stepping into a tapestry woven from centuries of legend and stone, where mountains guard ancient secrets and villages whisper tales of sages. In this video, we visit Jexian Village, where winding alleys and weathered pavilions echo with Taoist lore. Ascend Gaoyi Ridge, whose lonely peaks stand watch over age-old trails, and uncover Yandan Mountain, famed for its Buddhist grottoes carved into mist-shrouded cliffs. These are just a few highlights among many treasures, sacred valleys, forgotten shrines, and storied towns that reveal China's undying spirit. Join us on a journey through landscapes that feel both timeless and alive, and discover the stories waiting in every stone or stream. Jexian Village. In the shadow of Tianshan's towering peaks, Jexian Village perches like a fragment of a forgotten world. Centuries ago, Taoist tradition tells of Ge Xuan, the immortal sage who sought the elixir of life amid these soaring cliffs. It is here that he is said to have chanted beneath moonlit waterfalls and traced alchemical symbols on cavern walls, his every breath a prayer to the cosmos. Today, the village's grand reconstruction, undertaken since 2016 with an investment of over 1,569 billion new Taiwan dollars, has brought this legend back to life, weaving Han Tang architectural elegance into the rugged beauty of the mountain. As dawn breaks, mist drifts through bamboo groves and slivers of sun ignite the terraced tea gardens in a soft amber glow. Pathways of carved stone lead to jade-green hot springs, where mineral-rich waters bubble up as if stirred by the hand of Ge Xuan himself. Here, weary travelers slip into the warm embrace of the pools, their laughter mingling with the distant song of temple bells. In the immortal town, wooden pavilions perch atop reflecting pools, lanterns dancing in the breeze like flickering spirits. Evening performances, dance, puppetry, and firelit dramas recount the tales of fox spirits and mountain deities, transforming stones and trees into living characters beneath a starlit sky. For those who dare, a guided trek into hidden grottoes reveals crystal stalactites shaped like celestial dragons. And at night, fireflies swirl over mossy rocks in a silent ballet. Each corner of Jexian Village feels charged with an otherworldly energy, as though the boundary between mortal and immortal has grown thin. In Jexian Village, the mountains themselves seem alive with the breath of legends, inviting you to become part of their timeless story. Chenqiao Village. Hidden among the rolling hills of Ningde, Chenqiao Village rises on the shoulders of human perseverance. Founded by settlers fleeing turmoil in the Song dynasty, the villagers carved terraces into steep slopes, planting rice and rapeseed in patterns that ripple like living tapestries. Over generations, these terraces earned Chenqiao a national 3A tourism rating. Yet the rhythms of daily life remain tied to seasons and harvests, each sunrise a promise of renewal. Spring in Chenqiao transforms the terraces into fields of liquid gold. As the rapeseed blooms, sunlight filters through drifting clouds, setting the hills ablaze with color. Come autumn, the rice ripens to burnished copper, and the air hums with the whisper of swaying stalks. Underfoot, ancient stone paths lead to the famed cliffside gallery, a walkway hewn into vertical rock faces. Here, horizons stretch boundlessly, and you can feel the wind's caress as clouds drift at eye level. At twilight, the villagers gather in vibrant robes for the harvest festival. Drums echo through bamboo groves, and lanterns cast dancing shadows that mimic the stirrings of long-ago harvest gods. Artisans, heirs to centuries-old craft, welcome visitors into smoky kilns where crimson clay transforms into pottery vessels. In workshops scented with indigo dye, silk banners unfurl, their patterns telling stories of mountain spirits and ancestral blessings. A sip of local tea, steeped in water drawn from sacred springs, brings clarity, as though each leaf holds a memory of the land. Chenqiao Village is more than a landscape of terraces. It is a testament to human spirit, where every petal and stone echoes a story of endurance and celebration. Gaoyi Ridge venture into Hunan's heart, and you will find Gaoyi Ridge, a geological marvel sculpted by time into reddish Danxia cliffs that glow like embers under the sun. Locals speak of dragons whose scaled bodies formed the striated rock, and they call the narrow summit path the Knife Edge, a trail so slender it seems to cleave the sky itself. As dawn breaks, the ridge ignites in hues of fiery ochre and rose, and the mist-laden forest below becomes a churning sea of emerald waves. Every step along the knife edge demands both courage and reverence. Below, valleys stretch into infinity, and the sheer drop-offs test your balance as pine trees cling to the rock face like sentinels. At the trail's base, a humble earth temple offers solace. Here, incense coils drift in circular plumes, and pilgrims tie talismans to ancient pines, each slip of red paper inscribed with wishes for safe passage. It is said that these prayers ascend into the mountain's heart, where earth spirits guard the path. Photographers rise before dawn, cameras poised to capture the moment when sun meets sandstone in a blaze of color. Hikers linger at natural archways carved by wind and rain, convinced that the very stones here contain echoes of creation. In quiet moments, the only sound is the wind whispering through needles of pine, as if the mountain itself breathes. On Gaoyi Ridge, you walk not just across rock, but along the spine of legend, where earth and sky converge in a dance of light and shadow. Nanchun Ancient Town. Where the Grand Canal weaves its silver ribbon through Zhejiang's lowlands, Nanchun Ancient Town stands as a living poem of water and stone. Founded over 7 centuries ago, it grew wealthy on silk and tea trade, welcoming merchants whose stories drifted like fragrant breezes through willow-lined alleys. Today, Baroque facades etched with foreign motifs stand alongside whitewashed Jiangnan courtyards, bearing witness to an age when East met West in a single tea house. Aboard a lacquered sampan, you glide beneath stone arch bridges, your oars stirring ripples that carry lotus petals downstream. Osmanthus trees perfume the dusk, and paper lanterns, launched each evening with whispered hopes, float upward like fireflies set free. In Luang Garden, moonlight shimmers on still ponds, reflecting zigzag bridges and hidden pavilions once reserved for Qing nobility. Watch as a tea master gently pours dragon well from a long-spouted pot, each drop a lesson in balance and grace. Cobblestone streets lead to the Silk House Museum, where silkworm cocoons cluster on sunlit trays, and weavers' shuttles click a soft rhythm, unchanged for centuries. Nearby, local chefs knead dough for crystal shrimp dumplings, their translucent skins revealing the pink glimmer of river prawns. Every flavor, every whisper of wind through bamboo screens feels like a page turned in a living chronicle. Nanchun Ancient Town is not merely a destination, but a vessel of memory, carrying the echoes of merchants and artisans through the gentle flow of time. Tianzhu Mountain. In the rolling foothills of the Dabi Range, Tianzhu Mountain stands as a sentinel between earth and sky. Travelers call its summit Heaven's Pillar, for at 1,488 meters, it seems to prop up the heavens themselves. Legend tells of immortal hermits who sought refuge here, following winding trails to hidden grottos where the air shivered with the chants of adepts practicing ancient alchemy. Even today, the stone stairways, worn smooth by centuries of pilgrims, climb through whispering bamboo forests, ivy-draped temples, and swirling clouds that rise like a living sea. On a clear morning, the valley below lies hidden beneath a blanket of pearly mist. Together with fellow hikers, you breathe in the crisp mountain air, each exhale creating a swirl of vapor that mingles with the forest's emerald hush. As you near Xiangwan Pass, you encounter the time-faded inscriptions left by Tang Dynasty scholars, poems of praise carved into towering cliffs, immortalizing their awe. A sudden gust parts the mist, revealing a cascade plunging from granite heights. Its roar echoes against stone like a cymbal crash, and you cannot help but feel the pulse of ancient power resonating through your bones. At dusk, a cable car floats above Qinglong Valley, the world opening beneath you as jade-green slopes unfold into the horizon. When you step back onto solid ground, lanterns glow along a hidden path leading to the foot of the peak. Here, hot springs bubble from fissures in the rock. As you nestle into the steaming pools, the sky deepens to indigo, and fireflies emerge, dotting the darkness with flickering lantern light. For a moment, the boundary between mortal and immortal seems impossibly thin. On Tianzhu Mountain, every breath is an invitation to touch the heavens. Yandang Mountain. Further east, the sea-scented winds of Zhejiang lead you to Yandang Mountain, a realm of jagged peaks, emerald forests, and waterfalls that thunder like orchestral timpani. Old maps mark this as the sanctuary of the wild goose, for migrating flocks once sought refuge in its sheltered gorges each autumn. Today, hikers follow trails carved along cliff faces, their path illuminated by shafts of light that pierce the canopy in golden beams. You begin at the foothill village, where weathered stone houses nestle beside lotus-filled ponds. Before sunrise, you join local villagers carrying lanterns up the steep switchbacks toward Lingfeng Peak. As dawn breaks, the summit emerges from drifting clouds, revealing a panorama of sandstone pillars, each shaped by wind and rain into forms that resemble warriors standing guard, crouching beasts, and even the profile of a celestial maiden. Your descent brings you to the Great Dragon Waterfall, its white torrent plunging nearly 200 meters into a jade pool below. The spray mists your face, and you feel a primal exhilaration as the water's roar reverberates through the canyon. Legend says that long ago, a dragon god guarded this waterfall, and villagers offer incense at a shrine carved into the cliff to honor its spirit. A short trek through bamboo groves leads you to Moonbath Pool, a hidden basin formed when a moonbeam struck falling water, carving a smooth hollow into the rock. You slip into its warm embrace, believing for an instant that the mountain's ancient magic has drawn you into its fold. At Bodai Cave, a colossal Buddha is etched into the sandstone wall, his serene countenance gazing across centuries at pilgrims who prostrate beneath him. In the evening, bamboo flutes and drums accompany a festival dance on a wooden platform, suspended above a rushing stream, an improvisation of light and shadow that feels drawn from a forgotten dream. Yandang Mountain is where rock and water compose a symphony of wonder. Chongqing Lanying Grand Canyon Wall Highway. In the remote heart of Chongqing Municipality, the Lanying Grand Canyon stretches for nearly 100 kilometers, its limestone walls carved over eons by the jade-green river that meanders below. Here, a small hamlet of 23 families undertook a feat of daring. Between 1986 and 2001, they hewed a road into the cliff face, one stone at a time, creating a highway just 2 meters wide that clings vertically nearly 1,000 meters above the canyon floor. You strap into a sturdy SUV at dawn, engines humming softly as the road unfolds before you like a pathway to the gods. Each hairpin bend reveals ever deeper glimpses of the canyon's shadowed depths, where mist coils around pinnacles and sunbeams trace shafts of light through pine-scented air. At narrow points, only a single vehicle can pass, and you pause to press your palm against the cool rock, feeling the steady heartbeat of the mountain beneath your fingertips. Midway, a carved-out viewing platform offers the ultimate panorama. The river below threads through the canyon like a ribbon of molten jade, and the opposite cliff gazes back with stratified bands of gold and crimson. A village elder recounts with pride how his father and uncles chiseled every meter of this road, guided only by lantern light and sheer determination. In that moment, the highway transforms from a feat of engineering into a testament to human will. When you return to solid ground, the canyon seems to exhale a silent benediction. And though the descent is steep, spirits feel lifted, as though you have brushed shoulders with both nature's grandeur and humanity's enduring spirit. On the Lanying Wall Highway, courage and community carve the path forward. Zhuobu Village. On the outskirts of Zhongshan, Guangdong, a ribbon of country road leads to the antique heart of Zhuobu Village, its name whispered among historians as a cradle of Lingnan heritage. Walking through the village gate is like stepping into a century-old painting. Clusters of whitewashed farmhouses stand shoulder to shoulder with imposing ancestral halls, their green-tiled roofs curling skyward in salute to the past. In the cool morning light, the famous Lucky Forest emerges, a grove of banyan trees whose gnarled roots form archways beneath which villagers and visitors alike seek blessings for prosperity. The rice paddies spread in a perfect fan pattern, traced by narrow canals that still turn wooden water mills, their rhythmic creaking a metronome for daily life. Legend holds that during the Ming Dynasty, a traveling scholar paused here and penned a poem praising the harmony of water, field, and hearth, words that still echo in the quiet corridors of the village museum. At dusk, lanterns are lit in the old granary-turned-cafe, their amber glow warming the walls where old photographs hang, portraits of scholars, revolutionaries, and farmers. Each face a chapter in Zuobu's living chronicle. But it is in the ancestral halls, majestic chambers of carved teak and marble floors, that the spirit of Zuobu truly dwells. Beneath towering beams, you can feel the invisible weight of generations offering incense, reciting sutras, and celebrating weddings. Local storytellers gather here at twilight, their low voices weaving tales of secret midnight gatherings, of vows sworn beneath the banyan canopy, and of rice grains saved from famine to feed the poor. As you step back into the cool night air, the village seems to exhale with relief, as if content that its stories will live on. Zuobu Village is where the past whispers through every corridor, and each stone feels charged with memory. Jidu Miao Village. Far to the west, in Hunan's Shaanxi Prefecture, the limestone ridge on which Jidu Miao Village perches feels impossibly high, an island carved from mist and mountain. At sunrise, when a pale light drapes the wooden stilt houses, the valley below disappears beneath clouds, leaving only banners of red and white fluttering like flags of an airborne kingdom. Here, Miao elders maintain a living observatory, a pavilion once used to chart the moon's phases, essential for guiding planting ceremonies that ensure the rice fields below flourish. Every autumn, villagers don silver-studded headdresses for the Tiaohua dance, reenacting the legend of the long-skirt maiden who soothed mountain spirits with her song. The drums throb like a heartbeat, and dancers move in circles, their skirts swirling silver light across the stone steps. Outsiders watch in awe as fire-lit torches cast shadows that leap and merge, evoking a time when humans and spirits shared the ridge in harmony. But life in Jidu is not only ritual and revelry. Dawn brings children to school, their laughter echoing off cliff walls, while farmers tend to the terraced fields that cling like emerald threads to the mountainside. Visitors are invited into stilt houses for a meal of glutinous rice steamed in bamboo tubes, each bite infused with the fragrance of mountain spring water. Afterward, the villagers teach the ancient art of indigo batik, dipping white cloth into vats dyed with wild plant extracts, revealing patterns that speak of rivers, birds, and the cosmos above. As dusk falls, the stilted homes emerge from the sky as dark silhouettes against a tapestry of stars, and you feel, if only for a moment, that Jidu is the edge of the world. At Jidu Miao Village, every chant, every banner, and every plate of rice tells a story older than memory. Basong Kuo Lake, high in Tibet's Ningchi Prefecture. Basong Kuo Lake curves like a polished arc of jade, cradled by a line of snow-capped giants. Known as the Holy Crescent, its waters are so clear that the submerged stones gleam like lanterns beneath the surface. Pilgrims arrive at dawn, walking the 3-hour Kora path that circles the shore, spinning prayer wheels and whispering mantras at mani stones carved into the landscape. Each turn of the wheel and each chanted syllable are said to ripple across the lake, carrying wishes to the realm of sky gods. The lake's most startling feature is its natural rock arch, an enormous monolith perforated by wind and water over millions of years. Locals believe that passing through this arch can banish misfortune and renew the soul, and so visitors line up at sunrise, stepping through in silent reverence as the first rays paint the arch in gold. Fishermen in yak-hide boats cast nets beneath Prayer Flag Islands, their creaking oars mirroring the swish of the flags above. Evenings at Basong Kuo are hushed and almost reverential. Under a vault of stars brighter than anywhere else on Earth, you share tsampa and butter tea with a Tibetan family in a yak hair tent. The tent's glow casts dancing shadows on the snow-dusted peaks, and you listen to stories of celestial nuns who once bathed in these waters, granting them healing power. As a night wind stirs the prayer flags in a gentle chorus, you realize that here, the veil between earth and sky is as thin as the moon's reflection on the lake. Basong Kuo Lake is Tibet's quiet hymn to the unity of land, water, and spirit. And that's just a glimpse of our voyage. Beyond Gexian Village, Gaoyi Ridge, and Yandang Mountain, an endless tapestry of hidden temples, ancient pathways, and timeless hamlets awaits. Each site carries its own legend, each stone its own story, inviting you to dive deeper into China's living heritage. If this journey has stirred your imagination, hit follow so you never miss our next adventure into the heart of the extraordinary. And let us know in the comments, which secret corner of China's past would you like us to explore next? Your story might be the inspiration for our next expedition.